So I'm going to show you how to do a video lecture using PowerPoint and the record tool, which is a relatively new addition to this software, a few years old. The advantage of using this over other tools such as I'm using now, OBS Studio or other recorders or screen capture, is that it's very easy to edit the recording in PowerPoint itself. Actually, what you do is you are associating video to different slides, and if you make a mistake in a given slide, you can redo it. You can re-record only that slide or a section of the presentations, and you can very flexibly place your face and show and select what is going to be shown during the presentation using just PowerPoint. No need to edit video files afterwards. So the first thing you have to do is to come to the Record tab, and we're going to insert the camera, and we're only going to do it in this slide. Don't do it in all the slides. We do it in this one, and then we will make changes. As you see, in this case, the camera is active from the beginning. I'm going to position this a little bit more center, and I'm going to also make it smaller. So once this is set up, I can switch this off and copy this to all slides. You can come and decide to reposition your face in other places so as not to clutter your data, the things you want to show. But after this retouching, you go back to the first slide and we're going to record. Now, it may be tempting to remove the camera from one of the slides. Don't do that. If you do that and there is some Cameo active, what PowerPoint will do is that it will place arbitrarily a camera in a place you don't want. So it's better to have a camera in a way that you desire than to remove it and then accidentally see your face appear with a bigger size. We may try to take the camera outside of the presentation if you don't want to show your face for a particular slide. Or you could simply stop the recording before that, and this slide will be exported without video, which is what we are going to do. I'm going to remove the camera here, here, and here. Now I'm going to do the recording. In this particular case, I'm going to start from the beginning. So I come here and I start from the beginning. Notice that we don't see the usual presentation view, we see the presenter's view, which has a few tools that we are going to use. For instance, we can activate the laser pointer and point to different things. And we can select to start recording or pause it. We are not going to pause it yet because we still haven't begun. But let's begin. We are going to record. One thing you have to remember is that when you are recording, you cannot go back. So you can only go forward, one slide after another. That's a limitation of the system, but I don't think it's so critical. So we wait for the counter. And we can start beginning with this lecture. I can begin talking to the screen and say that we're going to present this lecture on superconducting quantum circuits, and what this is going to be about. I can now point to different parts of the screen. It's going to be recorded. I can change page, follow the animations, and act as a normal presentation. Continue. Notice that I deleted the camera, and it's not going to it's going to show in an annoying place. Stopped recording. I press escape twice. What I'm going to do is I come to this slide and I clear the recording on this slide. There's no recording. Suppose I didn't like what I did here. I didn't like what I said, or I made a mistake while talking, or some figure needs to be adjusted, so I have to change it. So what I can do is I can clear the recording on this slide, and I can start recording from this slide. So I do the same thing, select my pointer, and Oh, notice I forgot to adjust the Cameo. When I deleted the recording, it also deleted the Cameo. So what we can do is we can place a Cameo from another slide, and I can reset to Cameo. So, I cannot do that because I did it wrong from the beginning. So what I have to do is insert in this slide a new Cameo, and I can record from the current slide. Now everything is set up. Set the pointer, start recording. I can begin talking. I can use the screen, use the arrows to advance the presentation as I would like, and finish the recording for this slide. Escape, escape, and we're back to here. Now, the right way to have eliminated the recording in this screen and not delete the Cameo would be here, reset to Cameo on current slide. This will eliminate only the video I recorded, but it will preserve the position of the camera. Once you have this, you have various slides with recordings. You can export it. Export as PDF. No, as PDF, no. Export as video. Useful quality with narrations, and for slides that don't have video, we can put a few seconds of waiting and create everything. And I'm going to save it to my video folder, to downloads. Okay, so this takes a little bit of time to export, and it's going to produce a very large file. That's somehow probably because PowerPoint is not really optimizing the video. It's making chunks of video, one for each slide, plus separate streams for how you move the cursor or animations. So it's not very clever, but it's not a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to close, well, let's save it. We can save the presentation with a slide. I'm going to save it as after or with video. Close it. And then we go to downloads. And notice we have here this is a big file. It's way bigger than the original presentation. This can be even 100 times bigger. Also, the video is not very small. Okay, it's quite, it's 9 megabytes for these few seconds of interaction. So what we can do is we can use a software called HandBrake. There it is. For compressing the video. Take this and send it here. And we're going to optimize for web. The default settings work quite well for me. I'm not going to touch anything and start coding. And well, typically places the videos somewhere else in the video folder from Windows, so we have to find it. And notice that this video, let me see, is smaller. Let me change the name. I will avoid overlapping that. Move. Okay, you see, it's 1 megabyte as opposed to 10 megabytes. Sometimes it can get even smaller, so quality is acceptable. And yeah, everything is there. It's full screen, so all the things we need are there. So this is very nice, as I said, because the video is reasonable size, very good quality, and making the presentation is relatively easy, and you can correct mistakes along the way. You record a slide, there are mistakes on the text or something, you stop, change it, re-record from that slide and move ahead. So I hope this is useful for you, and we're done.